a stroll in a one-horse open sleigh. Over fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to
Hi.
ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Hello.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, great. That's exciting.
can't see you.
Oh. I just realised that. Oh, that's probably. Your hair looks. I don't know. You usually have a hat on. Can you put a hat on?
Can I put one on?
I don't know. Well, I'm just looking at your hair.
Oh, right.
I'm not used to seeing your hair. It's fine.
Oh. I totally forgot. I was just, don't know, I was just watching the cricket. I saw it was 3 minutes. For fuck's sake. I can't wait for this to end.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
How are you?
Yeah, all right. Tired.
Didn't want to do it.
I didn't, actually. I felt like I got a bit pissed last night.
Oh, did you?
Well,
You
not
hung over?
pissed. I didn't sleep very well. I thought, whatever. God, how's your weekend?
All right, I haven't had a drink for 3 months.
Oh,
Just going through that phase. It's nice.
yeah.
You've got a very distant look in your eyes today.
I've just sort of can't be arsed. You know, when you got to the end, I'm like, why are we doing these last 4 episodes?
Well, because we've got. Do you reckon we can
we've
bring
got
the
to.
Yeah. Can we bring the Chris? Do you reckon if we contacted everyone and said, do you mind bringing the Christmas episode to tomorrow, just so we can get it out of the way?
Yeah.
That might sound bad though.
Oh.
4
I haven't
minutes.
bought anything, so. No, we got Daniel on today.
Oh yeah, fuck! I totally forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I emailed him 4 minutes ago. Fucking
dear.
hell! How did I forget that? Yeah, he's going to come on and be. That's nice. We can just chat to Daniel. He's nice, and we can. He's been on Coronation Street twice.
Yeah, so we're going to talk to him about what it's like to be on Coronation Street, and then we're going to end the pod and come back tomorrow and do it again and again and again and then stop.
Does it feel like we need a guest every day until we get to? I'm really worried about my quiz. Is just going to be looked over on Thursday. I reckon it won't happen. My quiz.
Yeah, we do your quiz.
No, but do you want to do my quiz? Or are you?
Yeah, I'll do your quiz.
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
are you looking forward to my quiz?
Yes,
Do you
I'm
think
looking forward to your fucking quiz.
But do you think it's a good idea, or do you think it's just like dull?
Can I ask you a question? I just had,
Yeah.
I just had something come into my brain. Do you remember sort of maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago? Well, I'm not on Facebook anymore and all that business, but people would put up photos of them by their fire on Christmas with their tree and just say, Happy Christmas, everyone.
Yeah.
I always felt like everyone's living room looked better than mine and more festive.
Oh, right. Well,
And I wanted to go into their house and be on their sofa.
Well, I always we took a couple of pictures of. I can't remember what it was, but around Christmas, and it had. Well, I think we were sat on the sofa and maybe sent something, and I thought our lounge looked fantastic.
Yeah.
And it didn't look like our lounge. And I was like, wow, that looks fantastic. I'd like to go there.
Your
but the
lounge
reality,
is nice, though, isn't it?
it is, yeah, but this was going back when I lived in Tooting and my lounge was
Oh,
shit.
right, yeah.
And and
Yeah.
I remember, but also Petra had, weirdly, I saw it about a week ago, and I was thinking, God, that looks really cosy and everything like that. And I remember at the time thinking that looks really lovely. Petra had just moved it in, so this is probably like 15 years ago. Oh, it was our anniversary a couple of days ago.
Happy anniversary.
We both forgot. It wasn't our wedding anniversary. It was when we met anniversary, but we both forgot. But I remember looking at it going, God, that looks lovely, really sweet. And then, but the flat was a shithole.
Yeah, people they get the angles right, don't they?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the
I think
glow
ours
of
was
the
actually.
tree.
Yeah, yeah. And it just felt like really warm, and the colours were
Yeah.
nice and stuff. But
The
but
best,
yeah.
but what do you call it? Like the center point or whatever. What do you call the like the?
Oh, there's a thing, isn't there, where you're meant to have a balance. There's like three angles coming together
Is
in a photo. Or
fucking
might have
hell,
been that might have been a load of old bollocks. But Petra said something like that. But was your lounge a shithole 10 years ago?
Yeah, we were living in a cottage by.
Oh, it was nice, that cottage.
You
Oh,
never
not the
went.
one.
No, the one before.
Oh,
Do you know
right.
what?
Oh,
The one before, it was an amazing situation.
was that the one down that lane?
Yeah.
Was it the one down the lane? Yeah.
It was the one that I told you about, the farmer, where we went round for drinks.
No, I can't remember this. What was that?
Yeah. We went round for Christmas drinks.
No.
It was the first time we'd met them. They had invited us round for the local farmer. Yeah, I have told you.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, but I can't remember by bother because halfway through the first sentence you go, oh, yeah. And then I'll be like, what's the point of, I'm not doing it just for the listeners.
Well, I can't remember. So do it until the point I go, oh, yeah.
We went round for drinks. We didn't know them. They said, you must come round for drinks. It was like Christmas Eve or something. Knocked on the door. They answered, hello. Oh, hello. Da, 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 da. Led in to kiss the farmer's wife. We both went the same direction. We kissed each other on the lips.
I do remember that, but luckily I remembered it after.
It's mad, that is. Never met her. No one said anything.
That's country life. No one
Yeah.
said anything.
Yeah.
I've got a friend, she is a friend, but she tries to kiss on the mouth when you meet her. And I almost have to do like a Zidane shuffle when I go towards her. I have to sort of
who's
fake
that?
one.
Who's
I'm not saying who it is. Not that she's going to listen, but I literally have to fake one way, go the other, and then turn my cheek into her mouth.
A friend of whose? Yours or Petra's?
Well, I sort of know her through Petra.
Petra? What's Petra think?
Well, I've told Petra, and she just laughs every time.
Well, but why is she going for the lips?
Because that's how she kisses hello. I think she does it to everyone. But I don't like it. So I sort of
that's
fake...
why I'm questioning, but you're getting really defensive.
No, I'm not.
Why does she kiss on the lips?
I don't know. Because it's weird. Because she's a bit posh, I think. I don't know. Is that how they kiss or something? But it's really... I'm sort of used to it now, but I have to sort of distract her. Come on, Daniel. It's 12 minutes now, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. This isn't like Daniel. I'm just going to check he's got it.
Did you send it to him? No, I sent it to him.
No, I sent it to him.
Well, so did I.
Oh, so he's got double. I shall text him. Hi, mate. You about? We're treading water here.
That's fucking weird. What? ISWL Samaritans
What does that mean?
has entered the waiting room. ISWL Samaritans has entered the waiting room. The fuck?
Open it. It says waiting.
Good morning. Got a slightly aggressive text message from Joe Wilkinson.
It wasn't meant to be. It was done with love. What's ISW? We just freaked David.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry, I forgot to change that.
Fucking hell,
Are you a Samaritan?
I'm a Samaritan.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
Oh,
I've been a
lovely.
Samaritan.
God, I
Mixture
had
of-
that light-headed feeling again. I thought I was going to faint. Sorry, Daniel. Whenever I get sort of stressed, I start to
Good one. So I forgot to rename myself on Zoom.
Are you saying it's going to be your anniversary of being a Samaritan?
10 years next year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
My mum did it for years and years.
Did she?
Yeah, probably maybe 15 years she did it for.
Whereabouts did she volunteer?
The centre was in Tunbridge, I think.
Okay, yeah.
And she. I remember one day she just said, "Oh, we do get a lot of heavy breathers."
Yes.
Is that
Yeah.
still a thing?
It is still a thing. They're called TMs, which is telephone masturbators.
Oh, right, yeah.
What?
TM. Yeah, so people
Fuck Coronation Street. What? What, they ring up the Samaritans to jerk off? I don't know what's
Yeah.
jerk off. Never said jerk off.
I was going to say, that does not sound like you at all.
It just felt kind of snappy.
yeah, got on with it.
It is a free number, but all Samaritans are trained to obviously bring those calls to an end.
What you mean? Come on, baby, let's do this.
Yeah, back in the day when the Samaritans was established, there was a line that dealt with people that actually helped them. I forget the name of the woman. It was called. They had to ask for someone like Beryl. Beryl available.
She stops everyone masturbating. Hello.
But it's very interesting. It's a very interesting thing to do.
Yeah. Oh
Wow. So how often would that? Sorry, can we stay on this?
Yeah, no. I mean, basically, on my screen it said my branch is inner southwest London, which is Putney, basically. So
Right.
that's why it said Isle Samaritans. Yeah,
Right.
I forgot to change.
And so how long's your working day when you?
So you go in and you do a shift. The shortest shift is 2.5 hours. The longest shift is through the night. So you start
Yeah, I
at 2 o'clock.
remember my mum doing the through the night one.
Yeah, finish at 6:30. That's 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
Wow. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
is it? It's obviously is it satisfying? Is it exhausting emotionally?
Hugely. I mean, it's really tiring. Yeah, it's very tiring. But it's massive. I mean, I
You have
always say
walk-ins still. You have walk-ins as well, don't you?
Yeah,
Like,
face to face. We've not obviously had any
Yeah.
walk-ins for the past couple of years, but yeah, you do. You can go to Samaritans for a face-to-face.
Yeah, because I remember the older I got, the more sort of I don't know. I was suddenly like, God, that's mad that my mum does. Sits in
And yeah, I mean, over the last 18 months, have you had more and more people calling?
Do you know what? The email queue has got longer because I think.
What's the email queue?
So you can email the Samaritans as well.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
You can use email, and email queue got longer because I think people were locked down with people they wanted to talk about.
Oh,
They
my
couldn't-
God.
Oh my God.
So they email
of
instead.
course.
Yeah. And also, we found that more people were talking to each other during lockdown, so our phone lines were quieter.
Really?
But it's
Oh.
always busy. It's a brilliant service.
My mum's still friends with the people she worked with. I think it really bonds people as well, doesn't it? Like
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
that-
My training. I'm really close to my training group. So close, in fact, we've been on holiday 3 times.
I love the way you went. Oh, is that too close for?
Please, can we go on holiday again? Yes.
Oh God, we've got to go on holiday with Daniel.
No.
Do you ever think he should be on the other side of the call?
You might have a few problems.
God, so is every call different?
Yeah, even like I'm on shift. I think on Christmas Eve, and like I don't know. As soon as that phone rings, you just don't know what you're going to get.
What's it like doing the first shift? Like, 'cause you must have been shitting yourself, like the first shift.
In fact, I didn't think I was nervous, but you're mentored into the branch, and my mentor Andrew said to me, "You seem really nervous." Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I am nervous,
I'm
but
affecting people's lives. It's such an amazing thing to do, Daniel. Genuinely, it's like
thank you.
So
Thank you.
you're obviously trained.
Very much trained. It's very thorough, very robust.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You do 10 weeks training, so you cover everything that you could possibly, expect to hear and manage and talk about. It's brilliant. It's great. It's a listening service. It's confidential.
Yeah. I remember that's what Mum said. It was
can
like
be-
it was just
Yeah.
a lot of the time. It's just people having someone to tell their problems to, because you don't have the answers, do you? You just
Precisely. We don't give advice, so
Yeah.
there's no pressure to sort of come up with any solutions.
yeah.
And you just listen and reflect and encourage them to talk, give them that space to, discuss whatever they want to discuss.
And how
within
long
reason.
is the average call, do you reckon? How long can they go on
Normally
for?
around sort of like, they can be 20 minutes, 40 minutes. My longest call was 2.5 hours.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that
2.5
call, I remember
hours.
that call kept moving forward. It was never going around in circles. It just kept moving forward. And
Yeah.
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 Wow. Did they want to keep? Did they keep wanting to go? But you were. Come on.
Did anything else? Sure. Yeah.
And wow, we should give out a number, shouldn't we? right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, yeah, the number's 116123.
116123.
The Samaritans,
116
yeah.
123.
116123, 24/7, and there are branches open around the country. There are over 200 branches, all volunteered. All our volunteers, from the branch director right down to the listening volunteer, they're all volunteers. The only person who gets paid in our branch is Lynn the cleaner.
Right.
I really thought you were going to say you. The only
Yeah.
person who gets paid is me.
It's me.
And also, if you want to wank off, it's 116. Is that right?
When's your next shift? If they want to, if they really like your voice.
They won't.
Daniel, it's me.
Hello, Paul.
I can't believe people do that. Well, I can believe, because humans are mental, but I can't. They ring up.
I really thought you were saying support the Samaritans.
No.
I just see this going.
They ring up to what? It's mad, isn't it? Madness.
Yeah.
I'm talking about masturbating here, not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It
exactly,
used to
but-
be. It used to be a thing that sometimes used to get dirty callers. They sort of sporadically phone up people's numbers, didn't they? In the 80s?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my dad left a whistle by the phone because he said if you get a dirty call, blow the whistle really loud down the phone.
Yeah, that happened quite a lot, didn't it?
That'll
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah. Oh, and also I've seen now flashes are taken really seriously, but I remember like flashes were like. Oh,
What do you mean
God.
they're taken seriously?
Well, no, but now they're arrested. And
Oh, okay, they're not, like, applauded or-
yeah, lovely stuff.
Yeah, great stuff.
God, he's good, wasn't he?
Yeah.
No, it was like, it used to be like, oh, there was a flasher on the park, and they're like, oh, I remember my mum getting a flasher and went, oh God, I just said to him, get away, you dirty bugger. And it was like,
Yeah.
and now it's like, no, I think that's a stepping stone to worse crimes. Okay, let's report them.
Yeah.
But, on that light note, should we talk about Coronation Street? Or?
Segue. Nice.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
have you been on Coronation Street twice? I think your text
Twice.
said 19-year gap. Any feelings about the gap length?
Maybe they just didn't want to bring my character back. 90 years ago, I went in 2000.
So who were the main players in 2000?
Wow.
Baldwin?
I mean, they're all. Mike Baldwin was then it. Yeah, he was still there.
Yeah.
Bill Roach.
Yeah.
Ken Marlowe. I guess Rita, Barbara Knox, the Queen. I don't know if Bet still in it. Maybe Bet was still there.
2000, God.
Bet Lynch, yeah.
But my stuff was with Curly Watts. Kevin
nice.
Yeah.
How did you audition? Is that with the?
Well, I mean, I can't remember auditioning for Ray, but I do remember auditioning for a character that was like an eco warrior called Spider Nugent. He was Emily Nugent, Emily Bishop's nephew, and they wanted a sort of swampy character to sort of. She's very straight and religious, and he was a bit like whoa. And I went to audition at Granada, and I thought, remember they said to us at drama schools, went try and wear something that might, show a little bit of the character. And so I wore like a tie-dye t-shirt and some like ripped jeans. And I remember going to Granada and getting out of the lift at the wrong floor. And I found a room to sit in and try and be quiet, to concentrate. And it was a conference room, and all these suits like walked in, and I'm sat there as Swampy. Like, I think you might be in the
Spider.
Spider.
Nugent.
Spider. And then they sent me upstairs, and I obviously didn't do very well in that audition. And
So that's the one.
Oh, you didn't get that one?
Oh, you didn't get that one.
Oh, right.
Oh
God,
God.
I think they were like, well, he looks more like a policeman.
So you played a policeman.
Yes, this is the armed response unit. Curly's wife, Emma.
You got such range in Corrie, haven't you?
Do you know what I mean?
Armed response right down to Spider.
Because it was like, I think, literally one scene in the Rovers, they were like, well, just offer him that. And he was called Ray Connell, and he had a wife. and he was a colleague of Emma's. And there was another more hunky policeman who actually got to do all the action stuff.
So your scene was in the pub in the Rover's Return.
Yes.
Oh, this is where David's is.
Okay, now I come alive.
Yeah, that was interesting.
And so, was your scene? It was all interiors, or did you have any up and down the cobbled street? Okay.
No cobbles, none of that.
So you've never acted on the cobbles?
Never acted on the cobbles. Walked down the cobbles when I had to get from the green room to the medical centre where I played Stuart Newsom, Call Me Stu.
So you've walked. So you've walked down the cobbled street.
Yeah.
What's that like?
I mean,
Exactly. What's it like exactly?
You know what? They moved sets in 2013. The first time
I know, because I tried to get a tour for me and my mum, and I was too late.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure we can arrange that for you.
Yeah, a lot of people said that, Daniel. Either back that up and do it.
But isn't it near Salford now? Isn't it in Salford? They film it in Salford.
Yes, it's in Media City.
It's just over the water from the BBC building, isn't
Exactly. You can probably see a big, like, flying ducks and Coronation Street. Yeah. But it used to be down at the bottom of Key Street.
I remember you should randomly walk past it and go, "Oh God, there it is." I couldn't.
Well, back in when it was sort of 80s, 90s.
No, because it must have moved under 10 years ago, because I remember walking past it. And I've been going to Manchester for work for about 10 years.
Right, yeah,
and I was just like, oh shit, there it is. And then there would be, because I was wondering what people were queuing for.
And they were queuing for the tour.
For the big tour, yeah.
So along that street, you had the Rover's Return.
Yeah.
The little newsagents grocers with Deirdre. Oh, I don't really know.
That's like like family fortunes, that, wasn't it?
Yeah. What else did you have along that street?
Houses.
Oh, houses. What about on the other side? I thought like Mike Baldwin's.
Oh, factory. Yeah, the factory.
Yeah.
Mike Baldwin's factory. That was torn down, wasn't it, to make more houses?
Oh.
But interestingly, with regard to the Rover's Return.
Yeah.
When the first two sets, when you looked at the Rovers, the exterior, as you went through the door, the party wall was bordering the Barlow's number 3. So when you walk through the door, but the toilets are on the right-hand side. So basically, if you wanted to have a wee, you walk through the door, you
walk through the door of the Rover's Return to go to toilet.
So you walk through the front door of the Rovers.
Yeah.
If you're acting going to the toilet, you mean?
If you're acting going to the toilet.
Yeah.
Well, no, if you're acting going to the pub, you walk through the door to the pub, right?
Yeah.
But the toilets are on the right, which means that if you went to the toilet, you'd be having a wee in the Barlow's front room.
Oh, I see. Right. So literally there was I see what you mean. Their set was directly behind a partition wall, so there was no toilet. In reality, there was no toilet.
But actually, the wall was like that. So if you look at it, it doesn't make sense. There should be a space between the Barlow's and the pub.
Right. I see.
But they've corrected that. The newest version they put.
Sorry, Joe. Can I go back to when you walk through the Rover's Return door from the outside?
How do you feel?
As soon as you open the door, what do you see?
From the outside.
No, you're walking. You're out. So you're going along the cobbled street. You walk. Yeah. You open the Rover's Return door. What do you see?
Is that the set? Is it straight into the set, or is
you
it?
Never did that?
No, I never did that. I worked on the set that was. But I can tell you, because I did do EastEnders. When you walk through the big door. Yeah.
Okay, this is a mashup. You did EastEnders?
Yeah.
Oh, let's do this. Let's make this a Christmas special.
So special, but that is because one of my first scene on the set of EastEnders was coming out of the Vic onto the square at night.
Okay, right. This is amazing.
The Vic was like, it was just like it was like a warehouse. It was like a cupboard. It was so dusty.
Hang on, can I get some detail? Sorry, I don't know why I'm like this but I am. And if you don't like the pod, this is what it is.
Cut the negativity, David.
When you open the Queen Vic door from the outside and you step in,
yeah.
What do you see?
Absolutely nothing. Just like,
you look disgusted.
Lots of dust. Lots of. I think there is a bar from memory. There is a bar, but it's just
a rough.
Yeah, just loads of cardboard boxes.
Yeah.
Because that's not
Yeah.
actually the set. That's just the outside, and then the
Yeah.
set is elsewhere. Yeah.
And what I remember, the different EastEnders, the interior sets, they're miles away. And you
Why?
get put on a buggy. Yeah, you get to drive around the country.
Brilliant.
You get a buggy and they'll take you down to whichever set you
And
work.
what are they in some big hangar or something? The interior sets, or
Yeah.
okay. So can we stay on the exterior at the moment?
Yeah. That's
Yes.
okay.
So
Are we in Weatherfield or?
can we jump about?
You haven't done the bill as well, have you? Like?
Yeah,
What?
Greg Mackenzie. Yeah, I played a criminal first, and then I played a copper. Oh, yeah, did it all.
Yeah.
All.
So so Albert Square is a lot smaller than it looks.
Bigger. For me, when I remember being on
Oh.
the square, God, it's massive, and I think because it's outside.
What, the actual square itself feels bigger than on?
Yeah.
Oh,
Whereas weirdly, Corrie looks smaller.
the cobbled street looks smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels a lot smaller than when on Box. But I remember being on the set of EastEnders, but maybe it was nighttime and it was lit. I don't know. It felt massive.
So how many days did you do acting on EastEnders?
On EastEnders, I did a couple of weeks. I had
So-
a little like,
I always go back to Nerves, but
oh yeah,
but you know that's just an established soap opera with some big
Yeah.
hitters in there. You got Woodyat.
yes.
Who else
Who was
you got?
eating croissants with a knife and fork? That's the first time I saw him.
Was he?
Yeah, he was having 2 ham and cheese croissants and eating with a knife and fork, and I was like, wow.
Can't believe you had to wait 15 minutes for that.
So that's in the canteen. You saw Adam Woodyat eating. What's that
know it-
like, seeing Adam Woodyat in the canteen?
It's bizarre, isn't it? But I think Dot Cotton was there as well. June Brown is.
I mean, this is like meeting Mickey Mouse. Just like, what?
But Woodyat, his real dream is to be a wedding photographer, isn't it? That's what he wants to do. He is
What, in
a
real
wedding-
life?
Yeah, he's a wedding photographer. Google Adam Woodyat photography, and he's also a wedding photographer. Yeah, genuinely, it's his.
Can you imagine
passion.
booking him for your wedding?
I know exactly. The whole time.
Well, why
everyone's-
isn't he just doing that?
I don't know, because I guess the money's good and it's hard to turn down. It's cash in hand.
Well, for 40 years. Fucking hell.
I got a locker.
Yes.
I remember turning up and I got a locker to get changed. Well, not in, but beside. And so I got into my costume beside a locker and put my belongings in a locker, and then just sort of hung around. But fortunately, the 2 actors I was working with, they were really, really kind and lovely. And
Well,
made me feel
did
very
it
well.
feel like a bit of a production, like? Do you know what I mean? Because obviously it's like the turnover's like fucking endless, and you know, like, because it must be like just this machine, just like
Yeah, how many takes, for instance, when you do a scene?
Oh my God. I mean, like, I think 2, possibly. I mean, they'd have done it in 1 because there were 4 cameras. I remember there being 4 cameras.
Were there?
All going at the same
hell.
time. And I think they were editing it at the same time. So the director and everyone was in like a different room, like calling the shots. And I think they were like editing it as we went along.
Do you remember that guy we worked with that guy who'd been in Hollyoaks, David? And he
Yes.
said the speed of Hollyoaks was so mental, where they used to just get on with it, and it would be like they'd film everything that it was all based around which way the cameras were pointing. So every scene for like 3 months was facing that way, and then after like 3 months they'd just do it the other way. But continuity would be all over the wrong. They'd be like, "Oh, I think I was wearing a tie in that," and they'd be like, "Don't worry about it." And then he said at one point his character had to answer a question with yes, and he said no by accident. They said it's fine. And then
That's brilliant. I think the fastest one I've ever been on is Doctors, where I think they shoot like 13 scenes in every day. It's so crazy.
You've got to be on your words.
You've got to be on your words.
David,
Or
don't
make
do
them up.
doctors. Just
Okay,
make them up.
so the actors in EastEnders, maybe sometimes the script's a bit clunky or whatever, but
Yeah.
they're good actors, aren't they? EastEnders actors.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
really, really good, and they didn't sort of like paraphrase too much. You know what I mean? So you kind of got your cue. You knew when you had to speak.
And was there a lot of sort of that like not so, basically say you've got to be there at 11, however you want to be, whatever the line, sort
Yeah.
of, as long as you're in the ballpark, it's fine.
What of the line you mean?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's not like
There was a lot of that. Yeah, a lot of sort of making it their own. Sort of, they got the
Right,
script, they sort of
right.
made it their character.
so. Learning lines isn't the sort of main issue in EastEnders, do you think?
Just getting the vibe. Yeah, getting
because
the vibe.
that's the bit that stresses me out, like line learning and stuff. So if I was going on EastEnders, you'd be like, as long as you sort of get it, you're.
I think that's it. But like with the Cockfields, for example, you are the writers, and we learn, I think, when we're trained that you really respect the writers most of all. And like you wrote such brilliant scripts that why would I think that my words are better? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So
Well, that's very nice.
I would want to hear your words.
Yeah.
Whereas because soaps move so quickly, they kind of don't have the time to.
No. Well, the first job I did, it was word. But you had to be word perfect. Like not but that was the first thing I ever did, so I didn't sort of think that was any different. But that now would terrify me. Like every single
Every syllable had to be spot on.
Yeah. And it all had to be learnt by Monday morning. You had to know the whole episode. Yeah. Anyway.
Dan, have you acted in the Queen Vic?
Yes.
What's that like? What do you see? How do you feel?
When you walk through the door.
What do you see?
Leighton, believe it or not, was quite a flamboyant character that I was playing in EastEnders. And he wanted to be a bar person. I think back in the day it was called barmaid. He wanted to be a barmaid at the Queen Vic. So they held Barbara Windsor, or her character Peggy.
You worked with Barbara Windsor, did you?
I did, yeah.
Wow.
And Peggy held auditions for the new bar person, and Leighton auditioned.
Did he? So what?
Yeah.
So behind the bar, when they go out to the hallway and then up the stairs, that's all attached, isn't it?
That's pretend. Though.
Yeah,
the
but
stairs
that
don't go
hallway
anywhere.
is attached to the interior of the pub.
Yes.
And then the stairs stops halfway, and then we go into another room.
You get on the golf.
It frightens me that you've been on a set, David, to be honest.
I know, but I think it's amazing. So their little kitchen area in the Queen Vic will be in another set next to the pub on the ground level.
Exactly.
So they don't actually have to go upstairs. Correct.
Right.
And the people playing the people aren't actually called that, are they? Their character names are different from their real names.
Stop it. Did the Queen Vic feel smaller than you?
Yeah. Tiny.
Everyone keeps saying that. Tiny? What do you mean tiny? I want to feel it. I want to see it.
Almost walking into the furniture. Someone said, you walk from there to there, you have to sort of skirt around the tables and chairs because everything's so packed in.
So the length of the bar, what is it? Inches?
Well, I mean, a few meters, not long at all.
That's
honestly,
mad.
Really crazy. But interesting. I mean, to just throw another soap in there, Channel 5's Family Affairs was, I think, one of the first soaps.
Never heard of it.
Okay. And I was again in the bar, and the director gave me some mates to be with, supporting artists, and for the first time ever, I couldn't believe that they actually pretended to talk and didn't actually talk.
Yeah.
So when they said action, I'd be like, "All right, mate, how you doing?" And they'd be like,
doing
all the mouth stuff."
Yeah,
and
I can't do that. It's embarrassing. I can't do that.
When I did Him and Her, the wedding, I did this scene where there was like
when you did what? Sorry, I missed that.
Him and Her, the wedding.
Oh,
it was
right,
like the fourth series, and my character just basically sat at this table for the whole episode, and then comes up and says one line at the end, basically. But I sat at the table, like you say, with the supporting artists, and it went on. This was filmed for a week. It was like all day, every day, just sat at the table because you're in the background, basically. And they had developed a little play that was happening on the table that they did the same every time, where someone would sort of pour a drink, someone would refuse, I remember it really clearly. Then everyone would go sort of miming, going, "Go on, have a drink," and then they'd break, and go, "Oh, right, I'll have a drink." Then they'd all fake laugh, and I realised in all the takes, I was just watching them, like going, "I can't believe they're still doing this." So if you look at me in the background, I'm going, like, completely not in character, just watching their little play.
They've given themselves a little bit of backstory,
But it would sort of developed over the week, this sort of incredible little play that was happening that they, all done with their mouths moving and no sound coming.
Yeah, they put the atmosphere on top. I mean, when we did the pub in the Cockfields, those guys were really lovely and really got into it, didn't they?
They were good actually.
I'm always really grateful for that, because you go, God, it must, as you say, David, me and you would be just going, I'm too embarrassed.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
I get it.
So where else have you been? What other rooms
Can I ask
have you
one quick? Is Barbara Windsor the biggest sort of star you've acted with? Like, because Barbara Windsor's like national treasure sort of.
Yes.
Has anyone come close or?
I mean, I hate to name drop, but I did work with Uma Thurman.
Did you?
Yeah. Back in the day with the Avengers. It was the Avengers before the Avengers. She did an Avengers film with Ray Fiennes.
Fucking hell, my mate worked on that. Mike worked on that.
Yeah.
He worked at Pinewood for like 3 years making snow globes for a scene that lasted 1.5 seconds.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
He made snow globes.
Yeah, for ages.
And it got panned as well. That's
it did. Yeah.
It got banned.
Panned.
Really panned.
Oh, panned, right.
Yeah, so that was quite exciting.
So you acted with Uma Thurman?
Yeah. Little scene, stunning, so beautiful. I think she was pregnant at the time, and she was having a crafty cigarette. But interestingly, we filmed in Richard Rogers' house because he died recently, didn't he? The architect.
Oh yes, he did. That was wasn't that just days ago?
Yeah. We filmed in his house just off Sloane Square. Obviously a very beautiful house. And I remember going, oh wow, and he was knocking around. And
that's mad.
So you were did you act with Ray Fiennes? Because I've acted opposite Ray Fiennes.
He watched the monitor when I was doing my stuff, which was very, very unnerving.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but I've not worked with Ray. What was he like? Was he nice?
Well, I just did a read through with him, and I was just so embarrassed with what I was doing. It was Cemetery Junction, and I can't act. Really. Well, I don't know. I do what I can. Yeah, but I don't know what I'm doing. So if someone said, actually, what you're doing is Oscar worthy, is it? Or actually, what you're doing is embarrassing, get out of my face.
You could be crippled or put on a pedestal in the same sentence.
Exactly. But so we were doing Cemetery Junction. All I remember is like me going, yeah, you fucking hell, go on, fucking give us some, mate. And then he'd go, and it felt like he was doing nothing.
Yeah,
and it was so controlled, his delivery, and so, taking his time. And I wonder if he was looking over at me going, how did I go from fucking Oscar Schindler to this cunt? Sorry, Dan.
But what he's actually done is not given you a second thought.
No, exactly. Well, he must have looked up and just gone...
back to Barbara. I mean, back to Barbara. When I came bounding through the door of the Queen Vic, being very flamboyant, Barbara. When we did a rehearsal, Barbara was like, "What is he doing?" You can see her face. Has Kenneth Williams just come back from the dead?
What, she had a little opinion on you, did she?
Well, her face was like, is he? It felt like
she for real.
Is he going to do it like that?
But did you watch Barbara Windsor and go, wow, she's a great actor, or was it just she's just being Barbara?
It's just being Babs.
Yeah.
And did she go off piste?
No, she didn't. She was very much by the book on it. Very professional, on time. Hated people being late to the set. That's all.
So we've got about 5 minutes left.
Yeah, what can we ask about?
I'm just trying to think. What do I want to know about EastEnders and Coronation Street? So it's two takes. Sorry, it's two takes.
It's 2
takes.
Very quick. when I did Ray Minds a Pint Connell, because that was sort of that was one of his lines.
That's in the
Minds a
Rover's
Pint.
Return.
In the Rovers,
Bigger or smaller than you imagined?
That one is
Genuinely.
that's
So
average.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like everything, feels exactly as you'd imagine.
Just feels like a normal pub. They said to me, could you bring your own clothes? I remember taking my own clothes. Yeah, it's costume.
Right. Oh, really? So going back to the Queen Vic, if I'm stood at the bar,
Yes.
chatting to Peggy, and to my left are the cameras filming this scene, what's behind the cameras?
More people just hanging around. Nothing. I mean,
Are there any sets behind the cameras?
No, not on EastEnders.
So it's just another part of the hangar.
Empty. Yeah, exactly. Empty space. Yeah, lots of equipment. Yeah.
David, weren't we discussing you trying to get a walk-on part?
I'd love to be an extra in EastEnders, Coronation Street, Doc Martin. I just want to experience the sets.
But without the stress of having to say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a job for life, isn't it? Because the supporting artists in EastEnders, they've been in it since the start.
Well, wasn't there one in the bill? I think it was the bill that is in the Guinness Book of World Records as the longest supporting artist of all time. Had been doing it like 32 years or something.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, how would I go about achieving that, Daniel, without having to become an extra or literally just a bit of a backhander?
Yeah, you can. You've got connections, David. Surely you can put a call in.
I don't know if I have.
No.
Well, you're my connection.
Yeah. Why do you think you're on?
Yeah.
What one do you want to go? If we had to do a pecking order, which one would you like? If you got EastEnders, Coronation Street, Doc Martin, and what's another one you wanted to do?
It'd have to be EastEnders. I mean, I've never watched it, but it's just, it's always...
It's always on. It's always on.
It's always been in my life since 85 or whatever. And I just want to walk around
EastEnders, Corrie, and then Doc Martin. So that's the...
No, I don't want to...
the order.
There is no order. There is no.
Right, okay, but if I'm going to approach EastEnders first.
I'd love to walk around.
Okay.
And walk into that.
Because I've got a friend who's on it, so I'll contact Ricky and say, can you who do I speak to?
Ricky Butcher.
Pardon? Ricky Butcher. Ricky, not that Ricky. Ricky Champ.
Excellent.
I think he's still in it. I'm sure. Yeah.
My final memory of Corrie, the 2000 Corrie, not the Dr. Corrie, was they used the take where I did actually look down the camera. I know.
It happens quite a lot. There's a bit in Cockfields in this series where I was like, well, he's just looking down the camera, but he had to take it.
I don't think you.
Not you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they did. And I was mortified. I was like, oh God, I've just actually looked. Because he's there. You can't, sometimes you just can't ignore him.
But that is the mental thing. I think we used to talk about this, but I'm staying on set and then it's sort of weird. Or maybe we spoke about it, where you all this stuff you have to ignore. When someone comes in, they bring that big white panel in to reflect something, and you never know why. And then some bloke just holding an enormous.
Well, you do.
Well, I don't quite know what's going on because they're holding this big bit of foam or whatever it is, and they're just angling it for ages under you, near you, and then they go, okay, an action, and he's still doing it. And the camera's there, and some boom guy, and then you go, okay, I just have to pretend like we're in the lounge and nothing's happening while he's doing that.
It's so bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah.
I had to get some herbs out of a cupboard once in Midsomer Murders, and it was someone on their knees, holding the herb. I just had to sort of go, that's normal.
Oh dear.
Bonkers.
Herb holder.
Yeah. That's so good.
How's your day? Demoralising.
Yeah. We've come to the end of our recording, guys.
Thank
you so much, Dan.
Thanks, mate.
Pleasure, my pleasure.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas.
I'm going to put jingle bells all over this. It's going to be lovely.
Daniel, thanks so much, mate. Lovely to see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers, Dan. Bye.